Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Alicia. Welcome to the family. Today we're going to be talking about my August TBR, and I'm really excited about this month because, drumroll please, because Silvia Moreno Garcia is coming out with her new book, Velvet Was the Night. It was one of my most anticipated books of this year, and I can't wait to read it. It does come out August 17th, and I will be reading it with the lovely Riveting Reads. So if you don't know Savannah yet, I'll go ahead and link her socials down below. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. I know, we're already halfway through August, and here I am filming an August TBR. What's new? What's new, honestly? Anyways, to elaborate a little more, so Savannah from Riveting Reads is starting a book club. You heard that right. She's starting a horror book club called Lights Out. I will go ahead and leave the handle to her Instagram. You should go check it out. Savannah is amazing, and I can't wait to read more spooky books with her. So we will be reading Velvet Was the Night by Silvia Moreno Garcia for her first book club pick. Well, first book club pick. Say that 3 times fast. So we will be reading Velvet Was the Night as her first book pick, and the live show will be sometime in September. That is a TBD. If you want to find out, you'll have to go follow Savannah. So from what I remember reading the synopsis eons ago, I believe this is going to be a mystery noir novel. But something that I really like about Silvia Moreno Garcia's works in general is that there is some underlying layer of social commentary that is happening, and I think the social commentary for this one might have some underlying of femicide, especially femicide going on in Mexico. So like most of her novels, this is also going to take place in Mexico, this time in the 1970s, and we're following our main character, whose name is Maite. She is a secretary and she loves romance books, and Maite wants to live a more fluid and a more bold life like her roommate Leonora, until one day Leonora goes missing, and she's missing under suspicious circumstances. So Maite decides to take it upon herself to look for her roommate. Sorry, did I say roommate? I meant her next door neighbor. So Maite goes on this search for her next door neighbor, and she soon starts to find out that she's not the only one looking for her, and there might be more nefarious things happening underneath. Doesn't that sound delicious? Yes, it does. So the next book that I plan to read in the month of August is called UnderLock&SkeletonKey, and this is by Gigi Pandian, and this is an arc that I'm actually getting from NetGalley. So thank you, NetGalley, for this arc in exchange for a fair and honest review, and I'm really excited about this one, y'all. So the publication date of this one is March 22nd of 2022. I will talk more about it once I am done reading it and closer to the publication date. So this is a secret staircase mystery, and it'll be my first one. I don't think I'll do the synopsis justice, so let me go ahead and read it to you. After a disastrous accident derails Tempest Raj's career and life, she heads back to her childhood in California to comfort herself with her grandfather's Indian home-cooked meals. Yum. Though she resists, every day brings her closer to the inevitable, working for her father's company. Secret Staircase Construction specializes in bringing the magic of childhood to all by transforming clients' homes with sliding bookcases, intricate locks, backyard treehouses, and hidden reading nooks. That sounds amazing. When Tempest visits her dad's latest renovation project, her former stage double is discovered dead inside a wall that's supposedly been sealed for more than a century. Fearing she was the intended victim, it's up to Tempest to solve this seemingly impossible crime. But as she delves further into the mystery, Tempest can't help but wonder if the Raj family's curse that's plagued her for generations, something she used to swear didn't exist, has finally come for her. So this past year, I really got into mysteries, and I can't wait to pick this one up. Solving an impossible crime and mystery. What better way to finish August? There's only one other book that I'm committing myself to adding to my August TBR. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm currently reading like 6 or 7 books, so I definitely want to make those a priority during August too. I'll talk about them at the end. But the only other new book that I will be starting in August is The Inheritance of Orquidea Divina, and this is by Zoraida Cordova. Zoraida Cordova is an author that has intrigued me, and I've been wanting to read her works, but for whatever reason, I didn't pick them up. So now that she has a new book out, I was like, you know what? Now is the time. It is a sign. It is a sign. So I got this book as my August book of the month pick. If you don't know what book of the month is, this is not sponsored, by the way. It is an online subscription service. I've been using it for about a year now, I think. It's been about a year. And so you get to select one of their 5 picks of the month, and this is the one that I chose. And isn't it beautiful? It's just so pink and pretty. But yes, I'm just really excited to finally get into Cordova's works. So for a brief synopsis, it says, The Montoyas are used to a life without explanations. They know better than to ask why the pantry never seems to run low or empty, or why their matriarch won't ever leave their home in Four Rivers, not graduations, weddings, or baptisms. But when Orquidea Divina invites them to her funeral and to collect their inheritance, they hope to learn the secrets that she has held on to so tightly their whole lives. Instead, Orquidea is transformed into a ceiba tree. I didn't know this until very recently, but a ceiba tree was beloved by Mayans, so I just think that's awesome. Anyways, leaving them with more questions than answers. So 7 years later, her gifts manifested in different ways for her family, but soon a hidden figure begins to tear through their family tree, picking them off one by one as it seeks to destroy Orquidea's line. That also sounds super intriguing. Sounds like there's going to be another little mystery in here that we get to solve. But I also wonder if there's going to be a lot of Mayan references in here. I don't know, just super excited. Okay, so the next few books I've already started. I started them sometime in August, July, or June, and I'm still working my way through them, and you'll see why. So the first one of those is It by Stephen King. I'm almost done, y'all. Look at that. You see, I'm like 200 pages away from the end. We're about to do it. By the way, look at my cute little bookmark. Anyway, I believe I've been reading this for about a month, maybe 2 months now. It's a buddy read with Savannah. We both haven't finished it. It's so bad. It's fine. It's a massive book, and you know, we're slowly but surely making our way through it. So hopefully I can finish it by the end of the month. We'll see. No promises, no promises. So the next book that I started that I haven't really picked up within the last couple of days because I've been busy reading other things is Americanah, and this is by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. And this is one that I started a couple of weeks ago when Ben and I went on a camping trip, and then I left it in my bag and I forgot that I was reading it, but I got this far into it. Oh, by the way, I got this bookmark at the Redwoods, and I just think it's so beautiful. It's so gorgeous, and you just put it on the page that you're on, and it's just, I don't know, it's really cute. Anyway, so yes, I am reading Americanah, and it's one that I also hope to read through August and finish in September. This is one that's really been captivating me, but I have to read it slow because there's a lot of important conversations that are going on. So one that I will take my time with, and hopefully I will finish it by the end of September. Another book that I hope to finish in the month of August is called Cantoras, and this is by Carolina de Robertis, and this is a historical fiction novel. It is set in 1970s Uruguay, so in Latin America, and it has LGBTQ plus rap. So Uruguay was one of the Latin American countries that didn't have a dictatorship through the 50s and the 60s. It was sort of seen as the Switzerland of Latin America, but then there was a dictator that came into power, and it sort of talks about during this time period and what it was like sort of going through this dictatorship as someone who is Uruguayan who thought that this could never happen to their home country. But it's also from the perspective of these four girls who just want to love and be loved and who want to be free, and so they end up going to this very secluded area of the country where they can be themselves, where they can love each other and they can find themselves. And so I'm just really glad that I picked up Cantoras because it's making me fall back in love with historical fiction, which is a genre that I used to read a lot and then I stopped for some reason. It just feels nice to fall back in love with a genre that you used to really enjoy. And so to not make this video 10 million years long, the last book on this list is Authority by Jeff Vandermeer. This is the second book in the Southern Reach trilogy. I just finished reading Annihilation a couple of days ago, and I immediately jumped into this one because I knew I had to gain traction in order to go ahead and complete the Southern Reach trilogy. So far, this is a little bit slower than Annihilation, and we're also in the offices within the Southern Reach, no longer out in Area X, which is different and it's a twist. But you know, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of answers as to what's going on in Area X. I'm sure that the company that is paying for the expeditions knows a lot more than the people in the expedition. So we'll see where it goes. But you know, so far, really enjoying it. I can see myself giving this like a 4 or 5 stars so far. So we'll see where it goes from there. So yes, those were all of the books that I plan to read in the month of August. Let me know down below if you've read any of these. Are you going to be reading Velvet Was the Night with Savannah and I? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, leave a book emoji down below. And if you want to support me, please like and subscribe and share. That is the best thing that you can do to support my channel. Gracias, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!
Sigo cruzando ríos, andando selvas, andando sola. Cada día sigo, saco